Normally, I would be discussing finances, but seeing as this channel is to go over pretty much anything in life and any tips I may have for anyone, I want to talk about some buy it for life things I have. Starting off with number one, it's this my cast iron skillet. I believe this is a 12-inch cast iron skillet. It's just a Lodge, nothing crazy expensive, even though you can get expensive, super nice, cool ones. I think a cast iron skillet is one of the best buy it for life items because it can literally last a lifetime. I mean, they're super thick, and I mean, it's pretty heavy to hold up, but the point is, it'll literally last your lifetime. And I use this to cook every day. You can cook anything in these. I make breakfast in it. I make gravy in it. I make eggs in it. I cook steaks in it, pork chops, chicken, anything. I can cook it in a cast iron skillet. You name it, I'll cook it in it. And I think what turned me off from cast iron skillets for the longest time was everything I read online said there was all this special care. You've got to get it, you've got to season it, you've got to put it in the oven, do this, do that. And if you don't, you're going to ruin it. Well, you be the judge. I think it still looks like new. And I didn't season it. I don't do anything special. All I do is wash it with soap and water, dry it, and I do put some oil in it and rub it around with a paper towel, and that's it. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. And this pan is now maybe 3 or 4 years old or older, and it's been perfectly fine for me. Another one of my buy it for life items is going to be socks. I know it's not anything crazy, I know it's not anything wild, but I'm almost 30 and I think everybody should have a good pair of socks. And while yes, they can be pricey, they do come with a lifetime warranty where if you get any holes or anything happens to them, you can send them back and they'll send you a brand new pair. And these are darn tough socks. Now, I will admit their website can be extremely overwhelming. There are so many different types of socks. I would just sort by the most popular and go from there. They've got tons of different types, all the way to no-show socks, all the way up to like full length, up to the knee socks. So I use them for my work. I wear them with my boots. They're extremely comfortable. I also wear their no-show socks. I will say one thing that I don't think is very apparent if you do end up buying their socks, I would always go one size bigger than whatever their sizing recommends because mine always shrink after washing them. Maybe that's just a me problem, but I just want to put it out there for everybody. They are on the pricier side. They're probably the most expensive socks I've ever bought, but I have had a couple of pairs in the past that lasted me for like 5 or 6 years of work. And I walk generally 2 to 4 miles a day for my work. So I feel like I got my money's worth out of them. They hold up very well, and I just think they're a great value and super comfortable. And you should really treat yourself with your feet. If especially if you're someone that's on your feet all day, like I was, and you're walking around all the time, you should invest in some really good socks. My third buy it for life item is going to be a quality belt. Now, this one kind of comes with a story. I was working, I'm a land surveyor if you don't know. I was working on a construction site when the belt I had snapped. And it was annoying, but not out of this world, like just earth shattering, right? I got through the day, but my pants kept falling down and it was super annoying. All right. So what do? I stop at a Bucky's and they happen to have belts. And I was like, okay, that's it. I'm just going to buy this one. That was about 6 years ago, maybe seven. And I've been wearing this belt every day since. This belt has held up through so much. Every day for 6 or 7 years, and I'm still using it. Now, I can't tell you exactly what it's made out of, but I can tell you who it's made by. This belt is made by Nocona. They're a boot company based out of Nocona, Texas. I happen to have a pair of their boots too. They're fantastic. But it just so happens that they make belts, and this is the greatest belt I've ever bought. Like I said, I bought it at a Bucky's gas station 6 or 7 years ago, and I still wear it every day, and it holds up amazingly. And so I just want to say that it's great. Invest in a good quality belt. I don't know what these go for now, but at the time, I think it was like 50, $60. I can't recommend it enough. Like I said, my fourth buy for life item is a good wallet. Now, this one, if you can see that, I'd like for it to focus. This is a little owl. This is a Bellevue zipper wallet. And I used to be someone that carried a huge, thick wallet. It was like this thick. People would ask me, like, how do you even fit that in your pocket? And I finally got tired of it. They were right. I had like, old gift cards and receipts in there. It was wild. Now I have a wallet that I only carry my essentials, my driver's license, some cards, my uh, insurance cards and stuff like that. And it's perfect. Fits in my wallet. I mean, of course it fits in my wallet, right? It fits in my pocket and it doesn't get all bunched up like when I had a super thick wallet. It doesn't get caught on my keys and stuff. It's there when I need it. And I do love the fact that it zips up. I know that everything is going to be secure in here. I don't have to worry about stuff falling out or my wallet accidentally opening and something dropping out of it, or somehow my pocket. Sometimes I might have a card that would like shimmy out in my old wallet and stuff like that. Maybe that was that wallet's problem. I don't know. But I think investing in a good, nice quality wallet is worth it. And like I said, Bellevue makes great wallets. I have two of them now, and I absolutely love them. I can't get enough of it. Like I said, just look into other brands that you may like, but they've done very well by me, and they seem very high quality. And I've had this one for about 2 years now, and I've used it almost every day. No issues, no rips, no tears. It's been a great wallet. For my fifth and last buy it for life item, it's gonna have to be watches. Now, this is my Casio G-Shock watch, right? This watch can stand up to anything. If you wanted to just buy a watch that could tell the time, you didn't have to fuss with it, and you didn't want to worry about banging it up, beating it up, you want to take it in the water, do whatever you want with it, I would recommend buying a Casio G-Shock. Any of their lines of G-Shocks would do you good. They're great, no nonsense watches. They tell the time, right? Nothing wrong with that. I wear this all the time, especially if I'm going to be outside or swimming or anything. It's fantastic. They can just take an absolute beating. And I think everybody should have at least one watch that isn't a smartwatch, at least. That's just my opinion, but I just think there's something about it that I love. And with this one in particular, not all G Shock models, you'll have to do your research on which one you want to get. But this one is solar powered, and I believe the battery life is around 6 months. Not only that, this particular one also sync to your phone if you would like. Not a requirement. I know I just talked about smartwatches, right? And I'm talking about syncing this to your phone. Not a requirement, but it can sync to your phone and automatically adjust the time every day. So it's got the perfect time set to the second. Now, that's all good and everything, but I still love a nice mechanical automatic watch. This is my Seiko. Let me take it off here. Seiko 5 Sports GMT. And while this isn't a wildly expensive watch, it's still one of my favorites. I love it. It's a beautiful kind of blue color. It's got like some blue and black on there. Sorry, I'm getting a glare. But it's a nice automatic watch. It has this Jubilee bracelet, which for me is extremely comfortable. Not all the stainless steel bracelets are that comfortable for me, but I find like a beads of rice or Jubilee bracelet is extremely comfortable to me. And like I said, you can find some really nice watches in the $500 range. Now, yes, don't get me wrong, they can get extremely expensive. Yes, there are insanely expensive watches like Rolexes, Omegas, Richard Milles. There's crazy expensive watches out there, but you don't have to get anything like that. And like I said, you can go with something like a simple G Shock, and I believe you can find some really nice G Shocks for around $100. So if you just wanted to buy a watch like this and just forget about it, and you can throw it on and it'll take a beating, that's absolutely perfect. I know several people in my line of work, at least, that all wear G Shocks because you don't have to worry about them. They can get rained on, they can get hit, they can get all covered in mud and dirt and dust. You can take it and just wash it off. If I do yard work in this or I've been out in the field with it, I'll come in, I'll just shower with it on. I know it's probably a sin to anyone watching that likes watches, but it's a G-Shock. I'll shower with it on and I'll get all the dirt off of it and everything and I'll hang it up to dry. They're perfect. And I think that about caps off my top 5 buy it for life items. I hope to have more videos in the future with some other items I'd like to share, but so far those are my favorite. One thing I did want to add is that I'm not sponsored by any of these brands or companies. And also, I've been saying Bellevue for my wallet. Totally got that wrong. It's a Bellroy. I'll try to have all this stuff cleared up in the description down below. But just so you know, again, I was pronouncing it Bellevue. It's Bellroy wallets. So, anyways, after the clarification, thanks, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day.